Hey, top of the morning, Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Traders Channel. And y'all already know what time it is. The best boxing show as far as the analytics is concerned when it comes to breaking down the scientific method of boxing, right? I'm the best that I'm the best that ever did it. Now, a lot of people say that. But I aim to please. I aim to please in representing myself as being the best in the business. And dig this. Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, once two-time welterweight champion of the world, right? He and I had been going at it in regards to keeping score about which boxer at this occasion or which boxer on that occasion was going to win, right? And I am pleased and proud to say at this juncture, I am ahead of the game. I think 3-0, right? We always bump heads when it comes to picking the best boxer, right? Again, last time I checked, I was 3-0. You know what I mean? But here's the deal. November 22nd, 2025, A A&B Arena, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. And this is for David Benavidez, WBC lightweight champion, strap of the world, right? And this is going to be, you know what I mean, on paper. On paper, it's going to be a good fight, right? But at the end of the day, this is where Timothy Bradley and I agree, right? It's a good fight on paper, but actually speaking and scientifically speaking, David Benavidez, if David Benavidez comes into the fight in tip-top shape as he normally does, so we really shouldn't put an if on this, right? The representation is, especially by me and Timothy Bradley, I might add, shout out to Timothy, is that David Benavidez is going to knock Anthony Yarde out, right? Now, we're not taking nothing. Let me say this. I don't think that Timothy Bradley is taking anything away from Anthony Yarde either. But at the end of the day, right, we know that David Benavidez, when he gets ready to go into a fight, he gets ready to go into a fight totally ready, right? I mean, trained up to the teeth. You know what I mean? That's the way a professional, that's the way a boxer that is striving to get to the Mount Rushmore of boxing gets down, right? And I believe and know as a result of following David Benavidez is that that's the way David Benavidez trains, right? So, and I'm not taking anything from Anthony Yarde, right? But I have had the pleasure of watching Anthony Yarde, right? In his preparation for fights, right? And he can box. He can box. Okay, let's just say that he can box, but he is nowhere near a David Benavidez. And let's be perfectly clear about that statement, right? There isn't many boxers that are that close to David Benavidez where they're going to whoop David Benavidez. David Benavidez is seeking greatness, right? He is seeking the same type of greatness that Torrance Crawford is seeking, that Saul Canelo Alvarez is seeking, that Shakur Stevenson is seeking, right? These cats want greatness on their record, on their legacy. They want greatness, right? And in order for them to pursue and to get to the point where they became great in their careers, right? Man, you have to train your ass off to be great. I don't care who you are, right? This is not taking anything away from Anthony Yarde again, right? But I'm saying in my travels in watching Anthony Yarde, right? He just doesn't have the gall, right, to stand in the ring and go one on one with David Benavidez, right? I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in my opinion, and Timothy Brady's opinion, right? David Benavidez is one of the best boxers on the planet. You know what I mean? And he didn't get to be the best boxer on the planet by any type of wishful thinking, right? He went in the gym, right, and got ready. You know what I'm saying? He went in the gym and stayed in the gym, right? Whenever you have a conversation about David Benavidez, he is in the gym, right, sweating and working, right, and perfecting his craft. And that's what great boxers do, man. You know what I'm saying? And so let's give a shout out to David Benavidez. David Benavidez is 28 years of age. He's 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. He has 30 illustrious wins, 24 by knockout. He's never lost. He has never been stopped. No draws, right? And he's ranked number 2. Now, check this out. Number 2 by Ring Magazine. Now, all the sections and bodies matter, but at this juncture, because Turkey Al-Sheikh is actually leading the charge, and he is the new owner of Ring Magazine and has elevated the stature of Ring Magazine to the heights haven't been that it has never been before, right? And let's give a shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh for that, right? So if Anthony Yarde is 34 years of age, he also has 27 wins, 20 back up. 34 years of age, he's 6 feet. They kind of match up when it comes to height. He has a 72-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. 27 wins, 24 by knockout also. I'm comparing the two. David Benavidez has 24 knockouts as well, right? Yarde has 3 losses. He's been stopped twice, right? No draws, right? And he's ranked number 4 by Ring, number 4 by WBA, and he's ranked number 5 by the WBC, right? So look, these cats, right, are not chumps. You know, we're not paying these large sums of money, right, to see 2 chumps get in the ring, right? Anthony Yarde gonna bring it, right? He's a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a pressure fighter and you're fighting a cat that moves, sticks and moves, right? All you're doing is huffing and puffing. You know what I'm saying? And I see this when it comes to David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, right? David Benavidez is just going to work himself all the way around in the ring, right, against Anthony Yarde. You know what I mean? So I'm saying this whole card is a great card, right? Devin the Dream Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Who I call the Boogeyman 2. Sabris Matias, God darn it. Who is he born? It's Don, I think it's Don Smith, right? It's just loaded. This card is, hold up. I'm taking on, okay. Excuse me, people. Okay, this card is loaded, right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they really want to see realistically speaking, they really want to see. And look at this is a phone chat. If you guys want to call in and have a conversation about this particular issue, right? David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, right? Area code 870-571-3995. Call in if you want to have a chat about David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, right? Because these cats are professional boxers, right? They get paid large sums of money, especially up under the banner of Turkey Al-Sheikh. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I've been trying to reach Turkey Al-Sheikh because I have some proposals that are, man, look, I'm trying to elevate boxing. I don't know about any other podcast, but this pundit, this author of boxing, this person that loves boxing as much as I do has put together some proposals. And I mean, look, one of these days I'm going to share these proposals with you, right? I'm going to wait and see if I get a Turkey Sheik to respond. I also have a proposal for the president of Burkina Faso, right? We want to get some boxing in Burkina Faso, right? And that is one of the reasons why I'm trying to catch up with Turkey Sheik, because Turkey Sheik has a huge vision, right? And he wants to make fights, big fights in Africa, right? Which would be an awesome thing, especially given the fact that uh, Africa is reasserting itself, right, and taking back, right, its glory, right. It's kicking out all these different, what do you want to call them, capitalists. Yeah, they're kicking them out, right, and they're reasserting their glory, and that's a good thing, man. I don't care how you look at it, that's a good thing. But anyway, to get back to boxing, right, I put together some proposals for these things to transpire, and these are some great proposals, I might add, right? But anyway, before we close out, since y'all ain't calling in, right? Matter of fact, man, before I even get to that part, what's wrong with your fingers, man? Hit the subscription button. It don't cost you a dime, not a penny, to hit the subscription button, right? So, November 22nd, 2025, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season, right? We got some masterful boxing. And the issue of the day, like I said, is whether David Benavidez lets Anthony Yarde whoop him. And that ain't happening. This is going to be a good fight, but an easy fight for David Benavidez, people. That being said, appreciate y'all in the chat. Oh, my man. The Mexican G in the house. What's going on, brother? What's going on, my brother? His name is the Mexican G, right? So he's a Mexican guy. But he's my brother. Love him to death. What's going on, brother? Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all for stepping in. And wait a minute, man. I want to give a shout out to the women that love and adore boxing. I had women coming on to the chat. Yeah, I agree. Yarde was a good chance. Shout out to the Mexican Jew. He's a good choice. A lot of people want to see that fight. You know what I mean? In fact, one time, uh, the boxing boys was saying the same thing, right? That's what David Benavidez, as far as Ness was saying, that's what David Benavidez needs to do because he couldn't get no fights, right? To go over to Britain and to the UK and fight Yarde, right? Now, we ain't got to worry about that no more. We're getting that fight, man. And again, that's a good fight. And I'm glad that the Mexican G is on board with that fight. Uh-oh. He can crack. The Mexican G said he can crack. Damn. But here's the thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. S. I am just like the modern day Martin Luther King. Absolutely. Woo, you think so? The Mexican G said that David Benavidez got to be careful. Here we go. Here we go. We got Gil Cole in the house, right? See, but Gil Cole, Gil Cole called me at the end of the show, so we ain't gonna be able to. I'm not gonna let him challenge me today because he asked us for the challenge, right? And he say, "Who I got? You know who I got? Gil Cole. I got David Benavidez. I'm quite sure if you got any sense, and I know you do. You got him too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, shout out to Gil Cole, man. Listen. I know you called the other day. I didn't get a chance to get back to you, but I am going to get back to you. I got you. Wait, wait a minute. I got, I got, I got Timmy Thurman. I got Keith Thurman with Pandora versus Keith Thurman. I got Keith Thurman. Man, look, that's a whole nother show, man. And I think I did a little brief, a little snippet of it like last week, right? About Timmy Thurman. Man, no, excuse me, about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is a veteran, man. It's his game, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about a real veteran when it comes to this boxing. He know boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about he know talking boxing. He know boxing, right? He said something one time that was really interesting, and it stuck in my thought process, right? He said, I was in the ring, and the guy was sticking and moving, right? And he came in, right? And he tried to get out before I let him have something. You know what I mean? What he was saying was the guy got out before he gave him something to take with him. You know what I mean? For that is a boxing concept, right? That only a real veteran knows about in this game, man. Right? When somebody approaches you in the ring, right, and they trying to hit you, right, and they try to get away before you hit them, right, and you say, "Take that with you." Man, look at when you start hearing cats talk like that, they know what they're talking about, and they know boxing, man. So, hey, man, I got Keith Thurman over Pandora, and plus that, man. See, Gil Cole got me off. got me off subject, but that's okay. When you see cats like Keith Thurman, right, talking that type of boxing, right, they know what they're talking about, right? And look at Keith Thurman's record: one loss, what, 27? I think it's 27, one loss. It's up there. It's up there. You know what I'm saying? But getting up out of here, we talking about David Benavidez and Yarde. The Mexican G is going to be a good fight, but David Benavidez is just too tough for him, man. That being said, hit the subscription button, hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and give me y'all's opinion who you think going to win that fight between David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. Gil Cole, if I don't get you today, I'm going to get you tomorrow, brother. That being said, hey, love you, I'm gone.